Dashakam 24-25, Narsimha Avatar, one of the auspicious Dashakams or important Dashakams of entire Narayaneeyam. And these two Dashakams you can chant separately as something in praise of Lord Narsimha also. So, Hiranyakshe Potri Pravarava Deva Bhavata. Now you see this is like a continuation wherein Bhattatri says that after Hiranyaksha was killed in the form of Pravara Potri Pravarava Pusha, meaning in the form of a boar, in the form of Varaha, O Lord, you killed Hiranyaksha. Now, next further, now is what happened to his brother Hiranyakashipu? He got very angry, he was grieving, and in that he once Hiranyakashipu learned that you have killed his brother Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu made a vow that I am going to kill this Hari. And then finally what he did was he immediately started doing tapasya. Vidhataram ghoram, vidhataram vidhata, meaning Lord Brahma. Immediately he did tapasya, he started doing tapasya to Brahma and finally got a boon that he'll not be killed by anyone. Sura Nara Mrigadyair, Sura Nara Mriga Adyair. Sura man, Sura god, Nara man, Mriga animal, Adihi. I should not be killed by anyone. And that's the reason he got such a great boon. He became very arrogant. He started troubling the entire world. And disregarding everything, he snatched even heavens, that is Indra Padavi also he got under his control. Finally, what happened is this Hiranyakashipu, he went to the extent of coming to Vaikuntha in order to kill you. Nihantam tvam bhuya tava padam avaptas. Tava padam meaning your abode, that is Vaikuntham. There also he roared here and there, he could not find you. That's when Hiranyakashipu thought that the Lord had run away in fear also. And considering that he has only won the war, he returned back home. That's when what happened is to him a son was born, Prahlada. Tatasya Prahlada Swamajani Suto Garbhavasato. While this Prahlada was there inside the womb of his mother, he had learned bhakti from sage Narada. That's when it was shown that a person is not known by the family he is born or just by the clan or any caste or so whatever you call it class he is born. Just a small child born in the Asura Kula but developed great bhakti towards you. So this is when today when we talk about all this caste system, class system, this and that, or some even it can be even the other way around. You see some people today they will also know I am born in the great family of priests also. My father was a priest, my grandfather, great grandfather, this and that. They were an archaka, they did this, they did that. You are not doing anything, you have no right to tell all this. This is a very simple thing. I belong to so and so family of this and that. If you have not contributed for that, you don't have any rights to speak. So Guna Karma Vibhagashaha. The Lord also highlights nobody is known by in which family he takes birth or so. You are known only by your Guna and Karma. That's how the Lord has also divided the world or the society into different varnas. Similarly, we also have to divide. Just because I'm born in so and so family, my great grandfather is so, my grandfather is so, you have not done anything, you have no rights to tell that. Same here also. With this line, verse number 4, Bhattatri also highlights the same thing. Though he was born as an asura, Savai Daitya Shishurapi Sametya Tvairatam. Though he was born in an asura kulam, he did not have the qualities of an asura at all. He had intense bhakti, intense love for the Lord, and became Gatatvat Bhaktanam Varada Parama Paramoda Haranata. Parama Udaharanata became the best example or best of your devotees. That's the reason till date we remember Prahlada as one of the greatest devotees of Lord Vishnu. Further, what happened is Hiranyakashipu, he put in the best of efforts to brainwash Prahlada to bring him under him. And he saw that this child is very small, little signs of bhakti towards Lord Vishnu is being seen in him. Immediately, I should put an end to this child, otherwise, it's going to cause trouble. But whatever Hiranyakashipu did, Prahlada rejected everything. He was not affected. That's when we know Prahlada did what not, right? Hiranyakashipu did what not to change the mind of Prahlada. But initially, he tried his best. He gave a set of counselors or asuras who tried to brainwash Prahlada. And if it was us, one amongst us, someone tells you every day, someone for us, we don't even need someone to tell us continuously. Once or twice, also, if someone tells us no, what you takes us on the wrong path, we will go. Human beings are so subtle, right? Even towards a person who is good to us also, if a third person comes and brainwashes us, saying that this person, you know how he is, we'll get brainwashed. We are at this level. But still, you imagine Prahlada, whatever Hiranyakashipu did, he did not ask. And one fine day, what happened is, verse number 6, Hiranyakashipu asked a question to Prahlada. Adhite shushcheshtam kimiti pariprashte tatanaye. He asked, oh son, what have you learned the best? Hiranyakashipu was expecting an answer that, oh father, you are only the lord of the three worlds. This is what Hiranyakashipu learned. This is what Prahlada had learned from all the counselors he had appointed. But what Prahlada answered was, Bhavad Bhaktim Varya Abhigati Pariya Kuladratihi. Prahlada answered that devotion to Lord Vishnu is the highest. There is nothing beyond that. This is what I have learned. Hiranyakashipu got very angry, not with Prahlada, but with the teachers or counselors whom he had appointed to brainwash Prahlada. Told that, but he got very angry on them. But the teachers told, whatever best we did, this child is born with devotion to Vishnu. We cannot try to change him. We have done our best. That's when now this was a changing point. Hiranyakashipu knew that simply counseling Prahlada will not help. I have to put an end to him. That's when he started what not he did to, to get rid of Prahlada. He took up Trishulas also. He tried to pierce him. He bought many elephants. That what all Hiranyakashipu did on Prahlada is described in verse 7. Sashulaira vidya subahumatito de gajaganaihi. Shulaha meaning Trishulam with shields also, not shields, what you call that? Trident or Trishulam you can call. With that, he tried to pierce Prahlada many times. Mathita de gajaganaihi. Huge elephants, herds of elephants were told to run over Prahlada, just stamp him, but nothing happened. Mahasarpair dashtaha. Huge poisonous snakes were set upon Prahlada, nothing happened. Api anashana, meaning he was not given food at all, he was made to starve unto death, nothing happened. Gara ahara vidutaha, poisonous food was offered to him, nothing happened to Prahlada. Girindra avakshiptaha, thrown from mountains or so, nothing happened. He came down like a swift flower. All this was done, but nothing happened. Prahlada did not experience any kind of suffering. Why? Vainyastat matvat. Bhattatri says, because he had surrendered totally to you, O Lord. That's the reason nothing happened. Further, what happened is, now Hiranyakashipu was frightened. He felt that, oh, this child of mine is not that normal. So now what I will do is, let me do something different, because he was a bit frightened. Now, one of the counselors of Hiranyakashipu, what they told is, let us send Prahlada somewhere else. Let us not keep him here. Let us send him away to some other house also. And at that time, the teacher who was there, one particular guru, he said that you send this Prahlada to my house. Personally, let me train him to be against Vishnu, this and that. Now, Prahlada, what happened is, he was tied with ropes also at the teacher's house, so that he doesn't do anything, he doesn't show any kind of bhakti. But what this Prahlada did, whenever the teacher was away, he called the boys, the other boys who were there in the Gurukula, and he started telling them about Vishnu, who, how to show bhakti towards Vishnu, this and that. And this is how he brainwashed even all those boys who were there. Now, till now, only Prahlada was one person who was singing the glories of Vishnu. Along with Prahlada now, all the other boys of the Gurukula were also singing the praises of Vishnu. Hiranyakashipu now, he didn't know what to do. He ended up going to the teacher's house. He ended up, you can say, getting angry at the teacher. He brought back Prahlada to the kingdom. And finally, fully, you can say, agitated on Prahlada, he called him and said that, who are you? What is your strength? You tell me, and so on. Balam me Vaikunta, verse number 8, wherein Prahlada said, my strength is Lord Vishnu. And further he added, he is not only my strength, Tavacha Jagatam Cha api sabalam. Tavacha, not only mine, he's also yours, also of the entire universe. And all the three worlds, Sa evam trailokya sakalamiti dhiram dhira fayama dhiro yamagadita. So Prahlada says that all the three worlds are under his control, his manifestation only. And that's when, towards the last verse of Dashakam 24, Hiranyakashipu questions Prahlada. Are kwasau, kwasau, where is he, where is he? Sakala Jagatatma Haririti. The entire world's soul also, or Atma is Lord Hari. Where is Lord Hari? Show me. And with a sword, he tried to hit a pillar nearby and asks, what happened? Prabhintasmastambam Chalita Karavala Diti Sutaha. He hit the pillar with a sword. Next, what happened? What happened? I don't know. Or Bhattatri says, Nahi vaditumisha vaditumisho'smi sahasa. What happened later? I'm not able to describe. Hiranyakashipu says, I don't know. Sorry. Bhattatri says, I'm not able to describe further what happened. So, O Lord of Gurvayur, now what you do is Mridayama. Somewhat you help me to complete this Dashakam. I don't have words to show your mercy. At the same time, I'm suffering from this illness. You ensure that I'm free from that also. Dashakam 25 is actually a continuation. As Hiranyakashipu with his sword he struck at the pillar or so, there was a terrific sound which came in, and everything started to tremble. Tremble, people started running here and there. Stambhe gattayata Hiranyakashipo karnau samachurnayan. As if someone was breaking your eardrums also, that's how the sound came in. And it was nothing that the entire Brahmanda, entire all the three worlds started trembling here and there. That's when the Asura king for the first time he felt frightened and he didn't know what happened. In fact, it happened that even Brahma also. Chalita api amboj last sorry Charitopyambojabhurvishtarat Ambojabhuhu meaning one who sits on Ambojam. Ambojabhuhu meaning Lord Brahma, another word for Lord Brahma. Even he also started shaking in Brahmalokam. That's when what happened is Asura Hiranyakashipu, he looked here and there. That's when the Lord came out. Daityerekshु chakshushi eyes. He looked surprised here and there. Mahasamrambini stambata sambhutam namragatmakam namanuja. Not an animal nor a human being, somewhat he came out, and what was that? Who is this beast or so? Hiranyakashipu didn't know what happened, and all his hairs were standing erect. He didn't know how to react. That's when, now the description. Tapta Swarana Savarna. Description of Lord Narasimha, verse 3, Dashakam 25. Someone with rolling, angry eyes like gold, it seems, and with mouth open like a huge cave. Then the tongue that was there was like a sharp sword, also. So, a very, you can say, uh, agitative, or you can say fierce form, but that's how the Lord manifested. And that's when Bhattatri prays, Utsarpatvali Bhanga Bhishanahano. He said that he prayed to Lord Narasimha. He said, I salute Lord Narasimha, and the entire bodily description that he had, how he came roaring, how his claws were there, how his nails were there, how was the voice of Narasimha, and so on. And that's when, still, in spite of being afraid, also a few minutes back, his entire body started shaking. He had a shiver, but still, in verse 5, we see that Hiranyakashipu does not give up. He rushed towards Narasimha, it seems, to kill him. And he said that, Nonam Vishnurayam Nihanyam Amimum. Sorry. Nonam Vishnurayam Nihanyamumiti. He said, I know you're none other than Lord Vishnu. And when he ran towards Narasimha, Narasimha caught hold of him. And it seems that Hiranyakashipu also was not a very easy chap. You cannot hold him. Hiranyakashipu, it seems that he slipped from the hands of Lord Narasimha and he went about to take his sword also. And at that time, Lord Narasimha was so fierce, he was about to swallow all the three worlds, it seems. That's when finally he caught hold of Hiranyakashipu. He threw him on the lap. Brahmyantam ditijadamam punarapi prodgrihya dorbhyam javad. Prodgrihya dorbhyam, urbyam. That is, with both his hands he hold him. Dware atha uruge nipatya. At the doorway he did this. That is, you can see, whenever we cross our house also, we don't stamp the doorway, right? The main. That means you're not inside the house, not outside the house, you can say, when you stand in your main doorway. Because Hiranyakashipu had asked a boon that I should not be killed outside, I should not be killed inside. That's the reason the Lord kills him this way. And finally, with the nails, he tore open the chest. Adigarbhanirbaragala verse 6, wherein blood, whatever was there inside the Hiranyakashipu's stomach, all that came out, and that's how Hiranyakashipu was killed. Asura was killed. That's when Narasimha, he seemed that all the hands of Narasimha were bathing in blood also. The mountains trembled, oceans trembled, the stars, nakshatras in heaven also started trembling. Everything did. There was, you can say, total chaos everywhere. People started running here and there. Finally, when towards the end, what happened is no one dared to approach. It seems even verse number 8. अभ्येतुं न शशाक कोऽपि भुवने दूरे स्थिता भीरव सर्वे शर्वविरिञ्च वासवमुखा. Even Shiva, Brahma, Indra, all others were also at a distance, it seems. That fierce was the form of the Lord. And all of them at the same time, Pratyekam Astoshata. But all of them were singing praises to you separately or individually, and that's how they were trying to pacify Lord Narasimha. Now, even though Lord Narasimha was in a very fierce stage also, what happened is he saw finally Prahlada. Balaka Bhuyopyakshataroshadhamni bhavati Brahmagnyaya balake. All your rage disappeared when you saw Prahlada surrendering at your feet. You were calmed down by the love and bhakti of Prahlada. What happened is, Prahlada at this time he makes a stuti in praise of you, O Narasimha. That's when you praise him, you shower, you put your hand around Prahlada, you take him on your lap, and so on. And this way, what happened is, you, in a few minutes or so, when you saw your bhakta, your fierce nature that was there was totally gone. And what happened is, you show your loving nature, you show your karuna on the Lord. And this is how the last verse Bhattatri cries out that if this is your nature, even after being fierce or so, you can become so calm, then why are you not doing anything to me? You're so fond of Prahlada. So he marutpurapate sarvamayat pahima. Just as you were kind to Prahlada, you saved him from the clutches, dangerous hands of Hiranyakashipu. Similarly, try to save me also, try to free me from all kinds of ailments. Yeah. So with this, Dashakam 25 comes to an end. Till here, could everyone follow? Let's look at the next also, because there's no time to start something new. Learning. Okay. Now, Dashakam 24-25 deals with Narasimha Avatar. Dashakam 26. Now you can see how Bhattatri has used his poetic intelligence, or whatever you call it. Dashakam 26 is again an incident wherein the Lord fights, no doubt, but Karuna Amritam or Karuna Rasam flows in Dashakam 26. Gajendra Mokshaha. All auspiciousness, everything good happens. That's what is believed so. That's why many people have a practice of reading Gajendra Moksha Dashakam every single day. Indradyumna Pandya Khandadirajaha. Once it so happened that Indradyumna is the name of a king. Yes? Mm. Correct. Dwadashi morning also you can read it. Some people read it every day. That's it. Yeah. Dwadashi morning you have to read Ambarisha Charita. That is there. Gajendra Moksha also some people do read. Yeah. Okay. So Indradyumna, name of king of Pandya Khandaha, the Pandya Desha, which is in today's South India. It is the Tamil Nadu lands. Chandana Adrao is actually the Malaya mountains that we have in south. So usually in those times, you had Chandanam that was there, which was quite famous today also. I don't know if it is much, but you have sandalwood forest also, and you have a lot of robberies, movies made on that, and so on, right? So this Indradyumna was a king living in the Pandya Desha, a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. Once it so happened that he was worshipping Lord Vishnu on the mountains of Malaya, and Tvatsevaya Magnarilaluloke. He was so much engrossed in worshipping Lord Vishnu that Naivagastyam, the Evagastyam, Praptamaditya Kamam. He didn't notice sage Agastya who was coming his way, and that's when Agastya, obviously, a sage is coming. He expects respect, this and that. Indradyumna didn't do that. That's when Agastya ended up cursing this sage. Agastya became very angry and he said that you will be born as an elephant. Hasti bhuyam bhajeti. Indradyumna got a form of an elephant, but he got a very sharp memory. He could remember what he did in his previous births, and he did not lose his devotion on the Lord, because though he got a curse, he had not done anything wrong. He was worshipping the Lord. That's the reason he forgot to, you can say, show some hospitality towards Agastya. So therefore, the curse became true. He was born as an elephant, but he did not lose his memory. And that's when what happened is, once on the Trikuta Parvatam, on the Trikuta Parvatam, there were many elephants together, and this elephant, Gajendra, now Gajanam Indraha, meaning actually it's not a proper noun, though we say Gajendra, Gajendra, greatest among elephants. Gajanam Indraha, the king of elephants. The leader of elephants was this elephant, Indradyumna, who was born as an elephant, and he was sporting about being around with other female elephants, this and that. He was the leader of the elephants. That's when what happened is, this elephant, he did not face any hardships or so, because he was the leader of all elephants. And that one fine day, what happened is, it was very hot, so he went to a nearby lake also to cool down himself. And that's when Svena Stemna Divyadeshatva Shaktya, verse number 4 highlights this. At that time, in that lake, there lived a Gandharva. Who Stavat. Name of the Gandharva was Who. Due to a curse, he had attained the form of a Makara, a crocodile, because of a sage Devala. Who Stavat Devalasyapi Shapat. And what happened is, this Makara came and caught hold of this elephant's leg. And here Bhattatri highlights Shantyartam Heshranti Dosi Swakanam. Bhattatri says that, O Lord, you give sufferings to your devotees for their own ultimate welfare. Now, what is the welfare here? If this happens, if the Makara goes and catches hold of Gajendra's leg, both of them will be freed from their curse. That's the reason the Lord does this Leela. And Bhattatri also highlights this. Finally, what happened is, for about 1,000 years, the elephant fought with the crocodile in order to free itself, but it did not happen. Finally, he surrendered Sharanagati because he remembered his devotion towards the Lord. And Sharanag Tvatpadagryam Ekasid Prapte Kale Tvatpadaikagrya Siddhyai. One pointed devotion, he started worshipping Lord Vishnu. That's when his devotion and knowledge, everything attained. And you can say, in fact, it happened that at one particular stage, Pundari Kai Samarchan, white lotus flowers. In the lake, there were white lotus flowers. The elephant plucked those flowers with his trunk and offered it to you as puja. And he kept on singing continuously. That is nothing but Gajendra Stuti. Very, very auspicious. Kanda 8, I think chapter 3 of Srimad Bhagavatam, Gajendra Stuti. Gajendra started singing this, and that's when, which he had learnt in the past, not in this birth. Indradyumna, as a king, he had learnt. And he was chanting this in praise of you. On hearing this, what happened is, all other gods, Shrutva Stotram Nirgunastam Samastam Brahmaishadhyai, Brahma, Shiva, all gods were also listening, but they did not come to help you because they felt that this shloka that you're chanting is not for them. That's when the Lord of the three worlds, Lord Vishnu, sitting on the bank of Garuda, sitting on the back of Garuda, came to save you. And what happened is, he caught hold of the Makara, and with the Sudarshana Chakra, he killed the Makara. Thus, the Makara was the sage Gandharva, who was also released from his Shapa. He got back his Gandharva form, and he also got this very brilliant, excellent form like before. So, finally, Etat Vrittam Twam Cha Mam Cha Prageyo. Bhattatri concludes saying that one who listens to your story this way, he will attain moksha. And you said this, and along with Gajendra, you went to Vaikuntha along with Indradyumna. Like you did all this, Vishnu Pahivata Layesha. Like you saved Indradyumna. Similarly, why not save me also, O Lord? I am also praying to you with one pointed devotion. Now, Gajendra Moksha is one of those dashakams wherein Karuna Rasam, it flows out. At one particular instance, the Lord, what happens is, he lifts up Gajendra on one hand. You would have seen that picture, and then he fights with that Makara. This is the amount of devotion that the Lord has towards his devotees. It's just that from our side, we have to surrender a bit. That's it. So, Gajendra Moksha mainly talks about Sharanagati and Bhakti to the Lord. You do 1%, you take one step towards the Lord takes 10 steps towards you. But taking that one step is very, very important. Yeah. So with this, we conclude Dashakam 26 comes to an end.